You are listening to the Lucha Central Podcast Network. And now, LuchaCentral.com presents Masks, Mats, and Mayhem.
I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to another edition of Masks, Mats, and Mayhem. I am your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You, in fact, can find this entire program on social media at MMMshow75. That over there is at Byron Fever. What's going on at Byron Fever?
What's up? I'm just trying to figure all this out as we go live for the first time.
Just keep talking because I'm watching Karrion Kross.
I'm watching Kross.
What's happening.
I'm watching Kross. You know what? Let's just move your camera so people.
That's the pride of that's the pride of Cleveland up there, man. You
Kross?
See what's going on there? Well, yeah. What's his name?
Gano.
Yeah, that dude. That guy.
We went to the big thing.
No, don't start there. Don't start there. We have to start with Mr. Wonderful. We have to. I hate you. You guys all know I hate starting the show like this, and I want to get to the exciting stuff. I want to get to the fun stuff. But I know you came to hear what we have to say about MLW Battle Riot and the Fusion tapings and all the stuff that's going on out there in Philly. But Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff passed away, and that's definitely a loss for the business. I know he was a little bit older. He did have some signs of dementia and some other things going on. But I mean, we're talking about one of the four guys that headlined the very first WrestleMania, man. That's like a big deal. And we're talking about the guy that the pile driver, when he did a pile driver, it looked like people were not doing good. Like bad things were happening to them. Hey, bring Meefloaf in. Hi, Meefloaf. I'm just talking about Paul Orndorff. Like when Paul Orndorff did a pile driver, it was crippling. I mean, that guy looked like it was a shoot every single time. And I'm old enough to remember Paul Orndorff in that first WrestleMania. I was 10 years old then, and that was a big moment. Even though he lost to Mr. T and Hogan, him and Piper did, but then he went back and forth feuding with Hogan and whatnot, and that was the stuff of my wrestling childhood. So sad to lose Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff from the business. Now, you guys talk for a minute. I'm going to try to see what Karrion's doing.
No, he's staring at Samoa Joe.
Is he destroying Gargano yet?
Probably. Tremendous loss, Mr. Wonderful. My memories of him, because I'm a little younger than Justin, are during his WCW days, and also him as a trainer for, I guess, WCW's version of NXT.
Was he at the Powerhouse?
Yeah. And there was a thing where, like, the New Blood or whatever, those guys ended up, I think, jumping him and stuff. Like he was, he was kind of like
Cross.
He was like the William Regal, I think, before the NXT William Regal a little bit.
Choke out Joe too. God, I'm sorry.
I have zero memory of him wrestling.
But
I remember him from the like Legends of Wrestling games and all those kind of things. So, and I've always remembered. I've always heard the name, but I've never really, I could say off the top of my head, watched him wrestle. I've probably seen some thereabouts.
Well, he was chiseled back at a time when, like, even Hogan, who was yoked, was not chiseled like Orndorff. Like, he was a solid friggin' muscle. That dude just looked. I mean, he just looked shoot hard when in an age where a lot of guys were a little flabbier, and they were hard too. Don't get me wrong. But they didn't look like the kind of bruisers that Paul Orndorff looked like. And he got some great heel heat and definitely some fun old school heel heat. Did somebody die?
He just elbowed him in the back of the head, and I think he did it for real.
They were country strong, and he was Venice Beach.
Yes. But also country strong. I don't know. Something about Orndorff. He was just he
was legit.
Yeah, he was legit. So, Byron, you and Meefloaf talk for a minute. I want to see what Kross is doing.
Okay, Kross is currently...
No. You're not supposed to talk about it. You and me are supposed to do the show. I'm supposed to watch it.
All right.
Escobar
well, this is Escobar. That was a good match. This is like when you're playing a video game and you're playing on easy and you're just hitting all your specials. Anyway, Meefloaf.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing the Lucha cookbook commercial now. You have some good news. Do you want to share?
Congratulations, Meefloaf. Go ahead.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got a book. There's a book.
Well,
and England lost at the Euros, so that was always good news.
Wait, is it a cookie? Is it a baking book? Because I heard you had something in the oven.
Whee!
Ho, ho, ho. All right,
Yes,
now
man.
let's pull up the sonogram on the pictures. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, there's a child version.
Congratulations. You're officially going to be a delicious daddy now. Congrats to Meefloaf on the impending doom of bringing
I'll be awake at this time all the time.
Now, are you going to name the child Phantasma?
No.
Yeah.
HDF?
Unfortunately, it is a girl.
Escobaria? Escobaria? No.
So far we've got, I think, Rosario.
Rosaria.
Rosario.
Oh!
A part of Argentina.
Well, Meefloaf, that's super, super awesome for you. Congratulations.
Okay, cross retains. Great. Now we can actually do this show.
I'm very excited for you.
We are very excited for you.
Hit me in the DM. You know, if you're looking to make some space in your trophy case.
He's not getting rid of anything just because he's having a bun from the oven.
Has Byron got a job now?
No, Byron has not got a job.
Okay.
All right. So I have a question for you guys. Byron, I know you want to get to MLW, and we're going to get there very, very soon. But I have a question for you, Byron.
I feel bad for Joe. He just came back from injury. Now he's back.
What the hell is Jimmy Uso thinking? What's that guy thinking?
Alcoholism is a disease.
I mean, he's just not thinking, right? And his poor wife, like, she's running scared from Twitter because people are trying to blame her. Like, it's her fault. Like, I get it. Her old man likes to drink and drive around Florida or whatever. How is that her fault?
Yeah,
why does she even care what the trolls think? Like, who cares? I just don't. I mean, I wouldn't get off of Twitter because of that crap. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's too close of a connection. Like before, you would have PR, you would have a publicist intern sign all your fan mail for you, you know?
Right.
And now it's like you can get virtually a text message from a stranger who wants to show you his dick or who wants to like tell you.
Oh shit, he's choking out Joe.
Yeah, I saw that.
What I wanted.
I saw that 2 minutes ago.
Sorry.
I'm
I'm on Sling, so it's probably a minute or two behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's awesome. He doesn't like go. So
God, I want to see Cross versus Joe. That would be just so like, dope.
But like when you're building your brand as a wrestler, like you take the good, and it's cool to have that connection with fans and to get 100 replies that say, "Oh, you're so awesome." But it's also hard to get the other stuff. And people also feel like their opinions matter more than they do with social media. So stuff like this happens. I mean, we could talk about getting a lot of DUIs, but that's what happens when you have that type of disease. People do that a lot, and they shouldn't, and there should be something helping them not do it.
Well, I mean, a lot of people were surprised that Jimmy was still on TV a lot this week too. But also, it's like, look, I get it. He fucked up, but at the same time, should the company and everybody involved in his storyline be punished for it too?
Right.
You know?
The thing is, well,
was he found guilty of it? I mean, he was.
He blew
is it a wise idea
he
to
blew
pull
a point
somebody
two
from TV and punish them during it's an episode?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it
is an episode, so you're doubling down on his negativity feelings, and you're just going to make it worse. Really, it's going to spiral. Look at when Jeff Hardy's a great example.
Yeah.
Whenever he was like thrown to the wolves, he just obviously got worse.
And I don't necessarily doubt that WWE will do something about it at some point in time. I just don't know that, like on 2 days' notice that they wanted to do that. Like, why ruin everybody in back? Why make all the writers have to rewrite something? Why screw over Roman and Jay and Edge and everybody else who's been working hard on that storyline? And why screw over the fans?
The program.
It's also not like he was getting some big baby face moment either. Maybe that would have been inappropriate, but I think what they were doing with them for the storyline is like, yeah, you let him go, and then you can move the story on next week, and you just let it happen.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of like not our business. They'll discipline them. They'll take care of it.
I mean, the thing is if you do something bad, you don't go to jail straight away, really, unless you murder someone. And even then, bail.
Well, yeah, and it's also like if I got a DUI, would I expect to lose my job tomorrow because of it? No. I would expect it to make things hard or be embarrassing or that there might be some repercussions down the line from it, but I wouldn't expect to lose my job the same week that it happened.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Right.
See here, if the paper prints your name and your company is named in it, they'll fire you. But that's again, that happens.
It depends
2 months down the line when you finally get the court date, etc. That they actually finally name you. The paper doesn't know straight away that you were arrested last night.
Well, and that's the weird thing about Florida, too, is because Florida is one of the few states that actually releases all that information publicly. Like, if you are arrested for anything, doesn't matter if you are even convicted, it's reported publicly. That's Florida law. That's not the law in the rest of the country. So, if that had happened in California or Nebraska or something, nobody would even know right now. So that's the other weird part about it. It doesn't make it any better, but... Oh, look at this friggin' guy.
Hey, I just wanted to say, fuck off.
I love that guy. That was at Lucha Gringo over there, Professor Casey, stopping in to tell us to fuck off because Byron said, hey, stop by tonight. Tell us to fuck off. So
he takes direction well.
Nice to know that he actually read the format sheet tonight. Anyway, I'm going to talk about SmackDown a little bit anyway right now because we already are talking about the Jimmy thing. There's just a couple of noteworthy things. Nice to see Ray at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Lucha Libre still matters, everybody. You get a luchador at the end of the SmackDown show. When does that ever happen? Though, King Nakamura was elevated by getting to feud with Baron Corbin. So there's always that.
Baron Corbin is a great WWE star.
No, Baron Corbin is a great guy.
Yeah,
Baron Corbin is a solid wrestler. Baron Corbin is a wonderful person to have as part of the locker room backstage.
He's a great employee.
Baron Corbin, however, as an on-screen character, they've never really succeeded with him. They just haven't done anything with Baron Corbin. He's an overglorified jobber on camera.
When he was in NXT and he was beating the holy hell out of Bull James, who, by the way, is
when the hell was that? 6-7 years ago?
But that was a lot of fun. People would chant. They would count to 20, and by 21, he would have a match won.
But something you did on NXT back when it was getting 0.6s in the ratings does not exactly equate to being a WWE superstar.
It was on an app back then. It wasn't even a TV show.
I mean, look, they haven't. I don't know what you do with Baron Corbin or his hairline at this point in time, but I think Shinsuke Nakamura deserves better than that. I mean, I like the King Nakamura thing, but come on. Bailey's out for 9 months, so that's kind of interesting. They're throwing. They're just kind of moving things around in the women's division. And she got injured in practice. They said it's a 9-month knee injury, which means she'll be back in 4. But honestly, I think this is a really, really good thing in a lot of ways. I think when she comes back, it's going to be full audiences. It's going to be through the roof reaction for her. She's going to move a ton of merch, and it's an opportunity for them to go face with her again for a while and probably do another heel turn very shortly after that. But when she comes back, I mean, the first 2 or 3 appearances, she's going to be a face.
They got to keep her on TV. What was her injury?
I think it was a leg injury.
They got to keep her on TV. She's too strong of a player.
No, I think
ACL, sure.
I think you take her off TV and then you bring her back so strong. Like sometimes going off TV, like you got to imagine the 2 biggest returning stars they could possibly have right now are, I think, Becky Lynch and Bayley. Like if Becky Lynch straps up the boots again post baby, that's going to be huge for them. And I think when Bayley comes back, it's just going to do big business. and I think it's going to do big face business. And otherwise, I don't think they would have been able to do that. They would probably have run the heel thing into the ground by this time next year, whereas they can bring her back as a face by probably even WrestleMania and have it be a big, big deal. So as much as it sucks for her and I feel bad for her and Godspeed, I hope she heals quickly. At the same time, I think this might be the moment that she breaks through even bigger for her career and really hits top tier superstar status like Becky was when she was doing Becky 2 belts.
Yeah, no, it's smart. And in all actuality, it's not a bad deal. I mean, it sucks to be hurt, have to recover, and who knows what the actual ramifications of the injury are. But in terms of being a character on WWE TV, right now is a good time to go off TV because she already didn't get a WrestleMania match. I don't know about SummerSlam, but, you know, thinking about next WrestleMania, she'll be back in time to build towards that.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, the match, make it happen, Byron.
Hey, Byron, fuck you. What? Fuck you, Byron.
Fuck you, Casey. Eat shit.
Eat shit.
You eat shit.
Go
to hell. What are you doing here?
Eat dicks covered in shit. You dare me to come back, you asshole.
Yeah, because you're a chicken.
This is amazing.
Hi, guys. I just want to address the audience. I still love these guys. I'm just kidding. I just don't love wrestling or talking about it. I'm sorry right now. It's probably a phase. I'll probably grow out of it.
Hey, shut up. Tell us about the Kama wrestling dolls.
Oh, shit. I got them right here. Hold on. Okay, like, I seriously just jumped in, so, like, I don't have, like, a good mic or anything. Can you guys see them all right?
Yeah, it's not bad. Hold on. Switch it up, Byron. There you go.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at that shit, dude. Like, this figure has no business being this good. Like,
oh, that's dope.
That's pretty dope.
Like, they even molded him like special kick pads. Like, no one has these. Like, these aren't reused parts. Like, they went out of their way for this like one-off Walmart exclusive figure that 3 people care about, and one of them's me and one of them's Chris Roach. So yeah, but what's really cool is he comes with the chain, that he melted the urn down into, which is pretty cool. And also, they didn't give him the shitty t-shirt version, so you can see all like the tattoo work and all that stuff, which is really cool. For those of you that don't know, that character was originally supposed to go to Chemo Leopoldo. He didn't reach a contract, and so they made Kama the ultimate the supreme fighting machine, not ultimate, supreme. And they're just like, hey, Papa Shango, you need something to do.
Didn't he use the Uranagi before Rock?
See, I just remember him using the shoulder breaker like Papa Shango did.
Papa Shango. I thought Kama used the Uranagi.
Shit, I can't remember. I just remember him losing a lot to the Undertaker, and then Undertaker taking the chain, and then them turning it. I think that might have been when they turned it into the urn with the flashlight inside of it, but I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a good upgrade.
Yeah. So yeah, great figure, Walmart exclusive. It's in the Cross series. He's not on the back of the package, but he ships with those, but only to Walmarts. Cross is out in stores, so if you didn't get him from Ringside, like all of us, get him from Walmart or Target or wherever you buy your toys.
Yeah, and if you're looking for the Kama one, he has a black tag in the corner. If you're trying to find him real quick.
Yeah. If they're putting them on a shelf like that weird Walmart I went to, most of them don't do that. Most of them have them hanging. You could just see the portrait on the side. But yeah, it's packaged as a collector's edition, like the Undertaker that they did and Mae Young. So it doesn't have the little red corner. It's got a little black one. So it's a little easier to spot. They're like 1 per case, maybe 1 per 2 cases.
Yeah.
So
hey, Casey, say congratulations to Meefloaf.
Congratulations, Meefloaf, on beating that statutory rape charge.
It's hard to do with that mustache.
Super solid.
Yeah, and the law's 16 over there, so fuck. Congratulations, Meef. I love you. You will be a great father, and much better than I would be, or probably Byron, because he cries a lot. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck, Meef.
A lot of this now.
I can only imagine how horrible a British baby sounds when it's crying. Is all.
Rawr.
He has trumpets. Wow.
Mama.
Should we ask Casey?
Well,
Should we ask
I was
Casey?
going to purposely teach it Spanish for like the first 3-4 years before it goes to school. So when it goes to school and everybody's talking English, it just knows Spanish.
Sounds good.
That's
Sounds
solid.
good.
Super
That-
solid.
A lot of my friends I grew up with were the same way. So yeah,
Yeah, Casey and I met in Spanish class.
yeah, we did. We're talking
The
about
end.
wrestling.
Los Sabatos en la Biblioteca.
Yeah, we're talking about Abismo Negro,
Yeah.
El Mejor Rudo, Vipers Extreme, de Triple L.
Man, on Facebook, there's actually subtitles live for our show. That's amazing.
That's
Oh,
Who does that? Is
Yes.
somebody like sitting in a little like box somewhere subtitling that for us right
Casey,
now?
your teacher. Say something complicated to spell.
Dystopian.
Dystopian.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Oh.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
I'm waiting for it. There's a little bit of a lag.
Hey,
Let's
by the
see.
way, everyone, you can like
Fuck.
send comments so we
See if
can
it
read
goes
them,
on.
and then maybe we can even talk about them. Because, like, hey, what's up? What's up, Angie? Good to see you again. Thanks for tuning in.
Wait,
How'd
so,
you do that? That's
so
awesome.
you guys are live again? What?
We're
We
live.
decided to go live because Byron and I
This was
failed
pretty,
at recording this weekend because we actually went to see live wrestling in Philadelphia. So
Here's a comment from one of our top 10 fans. What up? What up, Justin? Good to see
Hi,
you
Justin.
So
Yeah, good to
those-
see you, man.
So you can pull the comments from YouTube.
back. I could do a lot of stuff.
I don't
Look at
know.
this. Look at this. Update from Angie. Ha 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 ha.
This is amazing. Technology's so amazing, Byron.
It
Can
is.
you
love it.
Can you give me a lower third that doesn't say Dick Shittens on it?
No, that's up to you, dude.
You signed
Oh.
that in. You did that.
That doesn't sound like something I would do. I don't know.
We don't do that part. Casey,
Yeah.
did you like the second part of Fear Street?
Dude, I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
I liked it
thought
too. I would. You guys had me worried that I wasn't going to like the
Semi
second part. For
preferred
some
the
reason.
second part.
I
to the
haven't
first.
seen it yet.
See,
Get
I'm a
on
little
it,
worried.
Byron.
I'm going
I'm worried
to.
about part 3. I'm worried about part 3 because I didn't like the Vivitch and
The village, yeah. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. But, maybe it'll be
Do you
good.
remember
I don't know.
when people
You
thought
guys-
Our Night Shyamalan was good?
You guys
Remember
should
that,
see Black Widow though. It was great.
I watched Black Widow last night.
No.
I did the at-home version. I paid the $30 and got it on Disney Premiere because I just can't find time to actually get to a movie theater. But I may go see it in the theater also once I get out to LA next week.
It's Marvel, so I can't
Let
be
me
arsed.
let me tell you guys how crazy that $30 is. Okay, I'm an AMC A-list member. Oh, nothing.
Oh, we're
And
bragging now. I guess we're bragging about stuff.
That's $25 a month to go to 3 movies a week. Okay, that is less than buying Black Widow at home. That's how fucking crazy their charges are for that. Not that I blame anyone for watching it at home. By all means, do it. I just think it should be cheaper for you to do so. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
you see
but
what
also
you do is,
six
you
of us
live in
watched
Florida,
it.
you-
Six of us
yeah,
watched it
see.
at home for $30.
so you charge them just
That's
in
what-
$5 each.
Yep, you make them actually pay you physically $5. Make you $5 worth of delicious food.
Or $10 each, so you make some money.
Oh yeah, you got to get a profit. That's right.
Yeah, the house has got to make
That's it.
some money.
Yeah, because $10 is still cheaper than a movie ticket.
And then what you do is you
It
buy
is.
some snacks from the store and charge them 5 times the amount for those.
Why
as
are
well.
you wearing a Juggalo jersey? What the fuck are you wearing?
Whoop.
Whoop whoop. Did I do that right?
Did you do that, Justin? Did I click on
I can
it?
just I'm just clicking buttons to see what happens.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're both hacked into the StreamYard
I
mainframe.
forget I'm logged into the main account still. Hey Byron, you know what? We need to talk about MLW so we can talk about
gross. Gross. I'll
um,
see you guys.
the
Hold on,
Bucks
hold on.
thing. We got to go to a commercial first anyway, though, right, Byron?
Okay. Okay.
we can sure try.
So
Do you know how
look,
to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
well,
you want to hate wrestling as much as I do, listen to Denise Salcedo talk about something.
I'm gonna do the cookbook first, and I'm not gonna do back-to-back commercials. We're
but
gonna
Casey
pitch
gave you the
cookbook.
lead in. You haven't
No,
gotten a
but
lead
I don't
in
want to
for
do that
this-
commercial.
Oh my god!
Are you motherfuckers hungry? Well, then eat like a luchador right here.
Casey's gonna invite you. Casey's gonna invite you to the Y to eat like a luchador.
3 people get that joke, unfortunately, which is kind of
Is anyone surprised this has gone off the rails this soon? No,
much love to Meefloaf with a T. His recipe in here is great.
Meat's loads.
Great group leading, Kevin. That's why I quit the show.
I do want to get Casey real quick. I do want your one reaction to what you texted me when you read about the taping. I just
the big surprise.
Yeah,
Casey loved the big surprise, didn't he?
Okay. So look, if you are going to introduce Dario Cueto, Cesar Duran, Cesar Milan, whatever the fuck you want to call him, if you're going to introduce this guy as a man of the people that gives good title matches, you're going to start by giving it to fucking Son of Havoc, Matt Cross. Come on. Okay, first of all, if you're a fan of Matt Cross, I apologize that you have horrible taste. We made him cry once, which I'm pretty sure we made him cry. We chanted against him so much.
We were talking about that at the taping because he looked like he still was. Justin's
how hard this is for me, though? That's a Cleveland homie, y'all. That's a Cleveland homie.
I was like,
I'm sorry all the wrestlers from Cleveland suck, dude.
No, I was like, dude, Justin, I think he looks sad right now. And he goes,
really did.
He's from Cleveland. That's what you'll look like when you're from Cleveland.
Dude, you guys could have carpooled. So,
well, he's glad he didn't ride back with me.
Maybe
with all of my
Byron slash your tire.
Yeah, what sucks is the day after I was laughing at that, I got a bolt in my tire and I had to go get it fixed. So,
wow, karma! Instant karma's gonna get you.
But see, I was laughing that it was Byron's fault, not that it happened to you. That's
so many things were Byron's fault, including standing in the line twice. Jackass tries to bring in like this giant freaking camera, like one of those cameras where you have to make people stand really still and it like flashes all the phosphorus and you like have to hide under a blanket to take the picture with like these giant wooden sticks. Like Byron's got this giant old timey camera trying to sneak it in and he's like on his shoulder and he's asking the guy why he's got to go back to his car and get back in the line again.
I brought this camera.
Is it a disposable camera? What the fuck?
It's like a point and shoot. You can replace.
You know how we totally messed that up, though, right?
I should have hit it in my ass.
No, I should have gone back to the car for you. You should have still gotten the tickets and then come back outside, and then we could have gone through the "you already have your tickets" line.
Ha! How did we figure that out now?
No, I figured that out as we were walking away from the line to the car.
I appreciate you not bringing it up while we're doing
it. You guys are more patient than me. You know, I've almost wanted to kill people due to line issues before. So
no, we got right through the line. The line was brilliant. Okay, everything was perfect until Byron fucked it up.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and you'll see later because I made a highlight reel of all the footage that we got. You can bring your phone and record
did you ask
show.
For what? Did you ask for one ticket for you and Justin because you thought it automatically included you?
I remember that.
I remember that.
It's
that
like
wasn't Byron.
Watching that conversation between the two of them, it was like you and 3 people is 4. He goes, "Yeah, 3." You and 3 people is 4. Yeah, 3.
3.
And then Casey was on steroids at the time, and he was legit gonna rip a head off the shoulders.
Yeah, I mean it was
awesome.
It was like skin steroids, not like the cool kind, but yeah, it still made me just as angry as the real stuff. Yeah.
Minus all of the benefits, other than helping your skin.
I didn't get shredded or anything like that.
Yeah. Do you say it helps the skin? It actually makes it thinner and makes you more likely to die from sunlight.
Yeah,
they're a nightmare. Because I used to have to take them as my eczema.
I can probably blade myself just by moving my hat too much. Yeah,
that's hot.
Ooh.
That's totally hot.
Hey, should we do a commercial?
Yeah, you're supposed to do a commercial. Byron already threw
it.
Meef,
did you hear?
What's that, Byron?
There is a brand new cookbook out called Eat Like a Luchador by the Legends of Lucha Libre. Did you hear about that?
I have heard about it. I may even make an appearance. I am just super stoked because I think they only illustrated like 17, and the fact that I'm illustrated is just mental. The fact that I'm in the book is mental, and I think Phoenix is the one after me.
So much.
So when people are skipping to Phoenix, they're going to see some chubby guy who works in a supermarket.
Hi, Byron. Would you like to read the book about my recipe?
Of like the world of wrestling, which is just crazy. Super Astra has put his recipe for his world famous Torta.
Kaya Valkyrie, who you are seeing now star on NXT as Frankie Monet.
Ray Fenix. I believe Pentagon is in there as well.
Penta is in as well.
Damien 666.
WWE Hall of Famer Amy Dumas, who you may know as Lita, is in it.
Yes, quite a lot of the old legends from our youth from WCW and AAA and CLMLL.
I definitely want to make Penta's whatever reel he made, just because I'm a super fan of his for so long. If his food can get me anywhere near 1/1000th,
Casey, you're ruining the coffee right
as
now.
badass as he is, I need to start training and eating his recipe and only his recipe.
Yeah.
That's actually, I should get going. I need to buy some ingredients. From the ring to the kitchen, this book celebrates Lucha Libre with popular Mexican dishes, offering a modern twist from iconic athletes. That's where Meefloaf comes in. Legends and superstars.
Solar's in there. Super Astro.
Yeah, this one-of-a-kind cookbook for wrestling fans and aspiring chefs, now available for booksellers everywhere. It's really cool. If you're telling me where you're finding it.
Yeah, so amazingly, it's actually on. Not surprisingly on Amazon, but like Waterstones are carrying, and a lot of the independent online retailers for books are also carrying in the UK and Europe.
Yeah, in the States, you can go to bookshop.org and support local. Buy the book, Eat Like a Luchador, on shelves, on digital shelves. Buy it now.
Take care, guys. Buy the book.
Hey, wow. I've never watched that whole commercial before. Now I realize what happens when I'm not around.
That's the short version.
I'll just leave it at that.
Do you want to know how many times Byron did the intro?
All of them. I know. I work with this guy every day, Meefloaf. I know what you went through, brother. I'm so sorry. I apologize if I left you hanging like that. All right.
Buy
the book. Eat Like a Luchador. It's at bookstores and online retailers now everywhere. That's how you tag it, Byron.
That's what I said at the end.
You said, Eat Like a Luchador. Available now at all your favorite bookstore retailers.
I got to stay in gimmick. I can't all of a sudden talk like you.
Your gimmick is heroin?
What?
I don't know if that's a gimmick.
Howlin'?
I had to work with heroin, fool, heroin. You on that H train? Ha ha! All right, listen, MLW, Byron, MLW.
I have a highlight video.
All right, so let me set this up. Here. So here's the thing. A while back, there were these rumors going around that Lucha Underground was coming back. That it was coming back. Like there was things in the wind. And there was a reason that those rumors were going around, because there were certain individuals asking around about Lucha Underground performers to see about getting something going on. So of course it got out that Lucha Underground was coming back. That was not necessarily entirely the case even at the time. It was really just some feelers that were going around, people looking for some Lucha Underground talent that wanted to do a thing. So here it is 4 or 5 months later from all that. And guess what? Court Bauer is doing that thing. It's called Azteca Underground. It's part of MLW. Whether or not it may or may not branch into something else, we don't know. They certainly have desires for a second MLW television show, but they haven't even gotten the Vice one on the air yet. And I don't even know if is that going to be Fusion? Do we know? Are they just moving Fusion off of BN to Vice? I don't even entirely know how.
I don't know, but also,
I don't know if they know.
Yeah, because like we were at the taping, we found out the day before Court tweeted, Battle Riot will be streamed. It'll be online. We're like, oh shit, is this? We're at the taping watching matches being filmed. We're like, is this live?
No.
Is this on YouTube? And then we went to the Twitters and there was no announcement of like the day or a link or what.
I found it. No, the announcement was there that it's going to be like the 20-something of this month. They're going to run it on
24th.
The 24th, they're going to run it on BN Sports website online.
You should watch it. It's going to be really fun.
But I think all they're showing is the Battle Riot, the actual Royal, the Rumble, the over the top, the Battle Royal-esque thing that they did.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to give away a bunch of spoilers or anything. There are a few things I'm going to talk about that may or may not be commonplace, but I'm not going to give you a bunch of match results and whatnot. I don't want to do that. But this is the thing. Like, everybody was speculating about it. So, a few months back, Byron and I were like, yeah, let's go. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. Now, I heard through some credible sources that there were actually going to be more surprises than there were at this. And I'm talking, when I say credible sources, I mean the most credible sources you could possibly get. And those things didn't, some of those things didn't happen. And I don't entirely know why. I don't have any information about it. I just went and watched the show, and I can give you my thoughts on what I thought about the show.
I cancelled Psycho Clown's visa again.
That also always is an issue. Though I will say that there were some definite highlights to this thing that people should know about that I think are a good thing and a good direction for MLW. And there's some lowlights too. And there's some things that I think MLW is going to have some issues with going forward with certain talent that I don't think are really as good as maybe represented. Byron, so when do you want to run these clips? You're going to tell people the story. So Byron flew to Philadelphia. I drove there from Cleveland. We met up, and then Byron proceeded to screw things up.
Was Byron up to no good in his neighborhood and got sent?
Yeah, Byron's a clown.
Byron was the opposite of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was actually sent from a little white posh neighborhood
back to Philadelphia.
I'm from Brooklyn, yo. I lived there for 3 years, so half of 3 years.
Brooklyn Beckham.
I mean, Byron got us a hotel room with spiders in it. He made us wait in the line twice. He got us. He almost got us food poisoning by picking the worst Philly steak place in Philadelphia. Then he got me a flat tire.
But first of all, with the food, I warned you, and you did not eat the second half of your food, your leftovers. I saved your life there. Second of all, with your flat tire, I said, hey, I wonder if he could just patch it. And then hours later, he shows up and he's like, I could just patch it.
I will say that when you did say I thought that he could just patch it, I looked at the thing that was in there and it looked like a much bigger nail. And I was like, yeah, there's no way. But when he pulled it out, it was like this plasticky little screw. And we were just both like, that caused all of this? This caused like 4 or 5 hours of dismay and trauma in my life. Fucking hate Philly. Yeah. I like Philly, but I hate Philly.
That's what Byron's penis is often referred to.
So Byron, are you going to run this thing so we can talk about this thing or not?
Yeah. So here's a video about our trip to.
Did you put it all together in one thing, or are you setting up separate clips here? I don't know what the clips are that you're going to play, so why don't you set them up?
So here's clips from hopefully. No spoilers, I'll get us sued from the MLW show, Battle Right Fusion Tapings in Philly on July 10th. This is probably the best footage any fans got. And here you go.
That's not even. Byron thinks we're getting better than a B- today.
I'm holding out for the Lucha Brothers. I think Penta is really going to. What's up, man? You wish you just saw that.
This is when we put Byron on blast. Hi.
I made a list today.
So there's this line, and then there's one around the corner that we already went through. But Jackass over here decided he was going to try to bring in some photographic equipment that he wasn't supposed to bring in.
I wanted to bootleg the show on a film camera.
Dario's music just hit. El Jefe time.
I promoted the best luchas in the century. I've introduced you to the best luchadores in the sport today.
Chilling, 2300 Arena, MLW Battle Riot. Shit's going off so far.
They're cleaning up some under right now, as I think they're used to doing here.
I know you can't hear a thing Byron is saying, probably, but we don't care anyway. Shit's dope.
It's a lot of fun. You should have been here.
Should have came to Philly.
Ted Nugent.
Well done, Byron.
Hey,
Very well edited. Didn't give away too much.
You got Ares versus Aramis.
Oh my God, Ares versus Aramis. Oh my God. First of all, I'll just say this flat out. I won't tell you who won. Obviously, they were there because you saw that they were there. I was told by Conan a long time ago to watch Ares that was his new guy. That was his new Phoenix. He thinks that he is the dope shit. And he's right. Aramis, though, was amazing, too. And that match was so good that nobody in the crowd knew who they were when they came out. They got no reaction at all. They got the X-Pac heat.
It was fine,
people,
though. Only two
great.
people stood up and cheered when they came to the ring. Yeah.
That was me and Byron. And honestly, if Conan himself hadn't told me about Ares, I would probably have I wouldn't have known who he was. But I looked him up after Conan said something about it. So we're the only ones standing. Everybody else is around like what? And we're the only ones doing lucha chants and whatnot. These guys get in the ring, and slowly the entire crowd in Philly starts getting 100% behind it. They're up on their feet. They're cheering for these guys because it was undeniable. It was like the first time that Ray and Psychosis or whatever had walked into the ECW arena back in the 90s all over again. Like you saw all these Philly people who knew nothing about Lucha Libre turn into Lucha Libre fans in front of your eyes because of those two guys.
Yo,
what?
We just got retweeted by Ares.
Yay! I'm in the middle of a story, Byron.
I know, but
you said it like Darius was here on the show.
The guy you're talking about. Hey, dude, send me a DM if you're watching. I'll send you a link to join in.
Anyway, this match was so damn good. It made all these people in Philly that I feel like had no idea about Lucha Libre. I mean, look, they're smart wrestling fans, so they did have some idea, but they just didn't know these guys. Right. But the reaction halfway through got to be
they're literally the biggest two things in the last year.
But I'm saying these people now know that, Meef, and that's the best you can hope for.
Crowd.
And this is where you have to thank Conan. You have to thank Court Bauer because they knew. They put him on the card, and the audience popped like crazy. So good, Meefloaf, that people in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the beer hall, started throwing money into the ring after the match. Nobody throws money in Philadelphia. They throw chairs into those rings.
I thought people threw money by buying horrible cheesesteaks.
Yeah, exactly. and I mean this is the same room where a shower of chairs came into the ring. Not money. This is Philadelphia, man. Oh. I was blown away. Seeing Kevin Flynn over on the other side throwing his dollars in there.
Yes.
It was amazing. Big props to those guys. Absolutely. Whenever that episode of Fusion airs, watch it, listen to how dead silent it is at the beginning, and listen to the pop at the end.
Yeah.
Where they're stuffing the ref's shirt with their dollar bills, and Ares is trying to get out of the ring so they don't break TV time completely because they're trying to clean up their money.
Yeah. Yeah, the baby ref was in there, and
baby ref was on cleanup detail.
Get all this, bring all this back. I know how much it is, but yeah, it was really fascinating because they came out and there was that silence. There was that like no one cares or knows these people silence, and then they start their chain wrestling, which you saw a bit of, and I just absolutely love them kicking themselves in the head like that. That was me laughing. And then it started to get really quiet, like not murmur, but like really quiet. Like, oh, what's this? People start paying attention. And then, I mean, the match was perfect. And then they started ramping up and they'd hit a high spot or they'd do something a little fast and people would be like, oh, fuck. And then next thing you know, it's the best match of the night.
And those guys were just flowing, man. They were just flowing. Like, I don't think that it was, I don't even think it was their finest moment, but it was a great, great match.
Yeah.
And they just were flowing. It was the good stuff. And it reminded me of some of those early days of Lucha Underground when you'd get those, rare Drago and Aerostar moments or something, or, just crazy weird shit that would come out of nowhere. It'd be some early match. You wouldn't think you were going to care about it. And then like 10 minutes into it, you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. That was it, man. That was it. So, and also a big surprise to me, like in what week of wrestling did I think that I would see K-Dog ringside at 2 different promotions. Like
That's
the
right.
fact that he was out with Proud and Powerful at AEW, and then, you know, here he is a couple days later doing the MLW thing. And I won't tell you anything about the gimmick. I will tell you that he stood toe-to-toe with Dario, and that was a very interesting moment. And that, as you could kind of see in that video, he brought some friends with him, one of which I'm very proud that he included, which is Slice Boogie, because I'm a big fan.
He was dope.
The
whole thing was dope. I mean, it's been spoiled by, you know, the people who do that, but it's dope.
Yeah, look, I'm just gonna say watch it because it's worth watching. Hold on, I gotta put Goatsay on the. Did you do it already?
I know.
Wait, I'm clicking the show thing. You're clicking the hide thing. Who's driving?
I'm
driving?
show.
You drive.
Okay, I'm driving. Hey, what's up, Goatsy?
Wait, no, this is more important. Yeah. Ohio.
Konbanwa. Oh.
Anyway, he was 45 minutes late.
He's my Japanese friend. We're learning Japanese sort of together.
So that was interesting. I will also say that there was one moment for me that was very interesting and bizarre, that I saw this performer in this room 20 years ago. The fucking Blue Meanie was there.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? If it had been Tommy Dreamer or somebody, I would have made sense to my mind. But the fact that it was Blue Meanie, I won't tell you what he did, but Blue Meanie makes an appearance. And literally, I saw this guy in the ECW arena almost 3 decades ago now.
It was
in
so
the freaking 90s, late 90s. I don't think I saw him the first couple times I was there. I don't know if he was even in ECW then, but the last few times, and then certainly when I was watching ECW down in Florida when they came down there, Blue Meanie was there. But just amazing. I popped, that whole room popped. Obviously, it's Philly. That was a great addition to the show. Casey told you his thoughts on Son of Havoc. Whatever, I get it, but
he's under the Matt Cross gimmick, though. He didn't bring that over.
It was Matt Cross, yeah, but Cesar Duran did reference him as somebody he was very familiar with,
right?
So I mean, he was playing that it's the Son of Havoc thing, but literally the Philly crowd did not know who Matt Cross was. Nobody knew who he was. He would have done better in the Son of Havoc gimmick. Nobody had any idea why this guy was headlining. And I had no idea why he wore white pants and didn't bleed. If you're going to wear white pants and white suspenders, you are under obligation to bleed, or at least have someone else bleed on you.
Dressed as Jeff Jarrett.
He wore it was more like a druid from that Clockwork Orange. She's like Drew.
The suspenders were hanging, which was why they also broke during his comeback. Halfway through, his one suspender broke, and so the rest of the comeback, everyone was just watching the suspender, and the ref was trying to rip it off him and stuff. It kind of ruined his heat, but
Jacob Fatu is a hell of a champion. Yeah, so I don't care who you put him in there with. I love watching him. I think he's great talent. You could see him in a New Japan. You could see him on Raw.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Cross is coming in as a babyface, as a pure babyface against.
Call him Mad Dog. You say Cross, and I'm thinking
Mad Dog. Head. Mad Dog came in as a pure babyface, right? And
but how are you going to be a pure babyface when nobody knows you?
How do you call him Mad Dog? He doesn't even growl. But Fatu is he's the dude that carries the belt that MLW signed during COVID, knowing they weren't going to run shows because they wanted. He was their dude. He's their Nick Aldis. He also came up in MLW and proved himself. So whether he's a bad guy or not, everyone, just like in Lucha Underground, you're going to cheer your boy that you respect in that ring. And
now he's not one of Rikishi's kids, right? He's the nephew or something. Right?
I don't know.
But he's trained by Rikishi and
they're
the
all cousins
family.
or something, and they're all
he's
really,
in the
really
family
great at wrestling. Yeah. But it's just as the match went on, there's no one was cheering Matt Cross. like he should have gone heel or something. He should have done something to get a reaction because you're cheering the Fatu. Like his pop-up moonsault is
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I agree. I'll tell you who gets a thumbs down from me, and I hate to say it, but I'm not a fan of Hammerstone.
Yeah.
I just I don't feel like he entirely gets it. And if you look at like the guys he came in with, it's like, where are they all now? He came in before Cross. Cross is the NXT champion. He came in around the same time as Eli Drake and all those guys. Like he's been in the business long enough. All of his contemporaries have either been in the WWE or are in AEW or WWE right now. Like literally all of them. He's from that same era of those guys that came up and that are stars on AEW now, or it's like, and he's their next big thing for Jacob Fatu over at MLW. And I just don't know if I buy it. It's like, he sells a lot, but he doesn't bump a lot for the sell. And then he doesn't really lead early in matches and doesn't really call them like a guy who's got his status should be. Even if you're the headliner on the indies, you should still be running your matches a little bit more and running the dynamic of your matches and working the crowd. And even after one of his matches, when he's working the crowd, we saw the baby ref, the junior referee, telling him how to work the crowd.
Yeah. It's
getting radio signals from Gorilla to tell Hammerstone how to go work the crowd. And it's like, wow, bro, you're supposed to be the big next thing. You know, you're like this swole up dude. Like, work it like Hogan, work it like The Rock, like do the stuff. Just do the stuff that everyone's always done.
Yeah. And like, to be fair, he is over. Like he is over.
He is completely over.
Like I have a ton of critiques on him as a performer, but at the end of the day, he was, shaking the walls with Chance the Hammer. People were screaming for him. It was great for him. But, as someone who isn't all that familiar, admittedly, with MLW, hasn't seen all of his storylines, I'm watching him. I'm familiar with him working Twitter, and I think he does a good job promoting his own brand. But in the ring, it's like he shows up in the ring, and all of a sudden he's in like minute 20 of selling, like Hogan being beat down. He has the long blonde hair that's shaking, and he's like, bent over in the ring, and you're like, oh man, come on guy. But at no point does he ever actually do anything.
Right. That's my problem. And like, that's going to get exposed. And I think it is exposed simply by the fact that he's still an MLW. Not that MLW is not a great promotion, but I mean, I haven't heard that there's any interest in him anywhere else.
Right. And here's the thing. He has the look. He
absolutely has the look.
He needs to get the cardio, but he has the look. He needs, like, if he came out and did like 3 power moves.
I don't even think he needs the cardio. I think that even blown up, if you work the psychology of the match the right way, you're fine.
Yeah.
You just got to work the crowd. I mean, there's no rule out there that's hard and fast that says you actually have to be an athlete to be a wrestler. You actually don't. You do have to know how to bump. You have to know how to not hurt people or hurt yourself, but it doesn't mean that you have to be some great guy that doesn't blow up.
I think he did all right.
Literally before this, you just mentioned the Blue Meanie. That's
right. Yeah, exactly.
But like, I think he did all right selling, but it's like, why does a guy who's 425 pounds of pure muscle, 8 feet tall, why is he fighting from under babyface and peril for 99% of the match?
Right.
Do a couple things that are exciting, then sell, then come back. It's like, it works every time. Also, what really gets me is that he wore Hogan pants colors, and it wasn't a coincidence. It looked exactly like Hogan. And in his comeback on one of the matches, people were calling for him to Hulk up. People were calling for him to do punch, big boot, leg drop, point, all that stuff.
Or even his own version of those things.
The fans wanted the paint by numbers Hogan comeback, which he's like the MLW Hulk Hogan, dressed like him, looks like him. And people weren't like sick of the whole thing. Nothing else was brought in. It was just like, they're just purely having fun with their top baby face. And he didn't do a single goddamn spot. He would have blown the roof off. They would have had to put a brand new one on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got to start there, but they gotta do something with his match layouts. They just have to. Like, he doesn't even have to cut a great promo. They just got to do something with his match layouts. And somebody else is going to have to do it, because I've seen Hammerstone before. I saw him at PCW back in the day. Like, he's always been like this. This is not new. But if MLW wants to be a top player, they cannot let Hammerstone go to waste, and they cannot expect him to do it himself like some of these other credible indie guys. A lot of these guys are great. Like, you throw Simon Gotch in there, doesn't matter if he's in Contra Unit or whatever gimmick it is. Simon Gotch knows how to tell a story in the ring. Yeah, don't care if he's the most over guy or not, but Hammerstone doesn't. So they need to work on that. Anyway, it was enjoyable. It was probably the B-, maybe a C+ show. I don't know that I would say that there was anything super huge about it.
I would give it the B- because it's
okay. Let's go with the B-.
I would say just because it didn't have everything we thought, but it was the first live show back. It was a lot of fun. It was especially a lot of fun for taping.
I give it a B- based on even what they had there and how well they worked with what they had there. I think there's definitely room for improvement. I think that MLW, especially if they're running a place like Philadelphia, should be pulling at the heartstrings of the crowd a little bit more. There should have been more on the stick promos, even if they were short. Like, work the room. I know they're doing a lot of backstage stuff. I know they've got good production techniques and everything, but I think you're going to get a better show. And you've got a live audience now, man. It's not the small audiences anymore. You got to go back to working the crowd. And I think that they could have put more heart into a lot of the stuff. Be it heel heat or whatever. I think they got it from a few places. I think they got it from Contra Unit. I think they got it from the stuff K-Dog did and the stuff Luis did with the Cesar Duran character. I think they got it from Hammerstone a little bit, but that's just because he's over. I don't think he did it.
If they just fix a couple things with him.
Filthy Tom was great. I thought Filthy Tom was awesome.
I will say this after talking to someone who was involved with this stuff backstage. Their next show is September 11th, which is it was sold out. They just put out some new tickets. It's September 11th in Dallas, and he was saying that show is going to be nuts.
We're going to try to go to that one, Byron.
We got tickets.
All right,
we got tickets. We're going to go as long as we're not busy doing whatever else.
I got tickets to the next one after that in Philly too, somewhere in here.
Oh, really? How many did you get?
2 second row. All the front row were gone.
You should hang out with Juan.
Juan. Nice Juan.
One of our mask collecting friends. He's going to be at the Dallas show, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh,
he's one of Mel's. He's a really good friend with Mel.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, for those who are trying to make fun of Meefloaf from the other across the Pacific.
It's 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. across the pond. So
don't be to bed yet.
Don't be a dick, Coach C.
Since 6 o'clock yesterday.
Should we?
We'll go to another commercial, but my last thing that I have to say about MLW or Impact or any place that you see this guy, TJP, don't boo him. Don't cheer him. Don't react to him so that bookers stop booking this fucking shithead. Like, he might have even had the second best match of the night, but I'm just over it. There's no value to TJP anymore. Don't give him any love. Don't give him any heat. Don't give him any fucking praise. Don't clap for his matches. Like, I feel bad for any opponent that he's up against because I went to the concession stand.
I want to thank everyone who tweeted memes at me during his match, so I had something to do.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's it. That's all the press he gets from me. All right, Byron, take us to a commercial real quick, and we'll come back and we'll talk about some wrestling.
What do you think we should do? Should we do the update, which is about 7 months old, or do you think we should do something a little crispy?
I'm going to go to bed.
I don't care. Run a commercial.
Freshness of the salmon is what really brings you in. It's saying you just bit into something magnificent. I started doing food reviews in my car around 2009, and then my life changed. I'll go just about anywhere to get some good food. I'm only here for one reason and one reason only. That is to devour. That's looking real good right there. Every bite has to be an experience, and I'm gonna take you for that experience. You too. I'm the captain now. You know I'm not leaving until I tell you what my favorite fried food in the city is. It hits all the spots. What I'm looking for is some good chicken and waffles.
Let me tell you about this chicken.
Mommy, chicken dry?
It's dry, we don't want it.
So you talking juicy?
It's got to be juicy.
Is this what you do?
I mean, this is what we do.
Boom, boom all over the place, boom, boom in my face.
It's the most decadent burger that we have ever made. Starts with 1 pound of Wagyu on there, truffle cheese, gold, billionaire bacon on top, big lobster, gold dusted bun. It is the best burger you will ever have.
Me and the burger are having a moment.
All right, enjoy your burger.
All I need for you to do for me is keep it crispy. I had to kiss it. Just give me a moment. I have moments with my food.
I love you, man.
This is fresh, fried, and crispy. Wanna know why I called it hush puppy? Did you hear me say anything while I was chewing it? Hush puppy.
Hit that Netflix, yo. Y'all got to go watch that on some Netflix. Fresh fried and crispy.
Why, Justin, how did that get hacked into the mainframe?
I don't know.
Why is that on our show? I swore I tried to do a Lucha
Because it's everywhere, man. Because it's we'll get to some more commercials because I got a few more things to talk about. Anyway,
well, hold on. But we have a bunch of new viewers. Really quick, everyone watch Fresh Fried and Crispy on Netflix. It's a phenomenal show. If you are fat, you're gonna love it. If you are not fat, you will be fat after you watch it. Because it is only about the best fried, fresh and crispy foods in cities across the country.
Do not watch it hungry. All right. So here's what I want to talk about next. What do I want to talk about next? Let me look at my sheet here. I'm going to talk about NXT real quick because it's not going to take me long. Great American Bash was last week. We already watched this week's episode this week, so we'll have no NXT to talk about next week. But a couple of things I wanted to talk about. MSK versus Thatcher and Ciampa was a great match. I just can't get enough of Thatcher and Ciampa. I love those guys, and MSK is completely won me over too. Yeah, like there hasn't been anything Thatcher and Ciampa have done since they did their stupid cage match together that I have disliked. Like whoever saw something in that moment and put those guys together, like thank you NXT. You're making those guys something that. And Thatcher, I always liked Thatcher, but he wasn't getting over. They kept trying stuff and little things here and there, and they just couldn't really find a spot for him. But I think they've really found something now. I loved the face-off with Gargano and Cross. I still wish Cross would play it a little more calm and maniacal, but it is what it is. I think he's fallen into where they want the character right now. And I love the Gargano looks great in his wife's pants comment. We
have some messages, by the way.
Go ahead and pop them up.
Thank you. Nighty Night Meef by Donna B. Good to see you
popped that
again.
on the screen like 3 times already, Byron. You know that, right?
Well, yeah,
You're
I
not
know
paying
that,
any
but
attention
this
to your own
is
show.
For the people who are paying attention. And Meefloaf, get used to waking up early from Goatsy. Goatsy has kids, so Goatsy has some good advice.
I agree with that.
Anyway, wearing your wife's pants.
That was funny. From Cross, that's funny. And Cross can be funny at times, but normally a lot of times when he's in character, he's not used to being as playful and joking as he normally is. Like he's not the kind of guy who's going to be pulling a bunch of ribs backstage or anything. He's a pretty respectful, nice guy, but he will bust balls. And I've heard him say some funny stuff, especially fucking Karrion Kross and Willie Mack.
Yeah.
Put those two guys together after some matches late at night and just watch the fireworks. Just hilarity. Complete hilarity. Anyway, and throw Chris Bay in the mix too, and it's kind of ridiculous fun. Cameron Grimes and LA Knight. I love that LA Knight won that match. I love the whole thing of the Butler deal. Just all amazing. All
I
good.
gotta say, we're watching NXT as we're recording this, and living this. Is that what you call it? I gotta say, the next step on the whole Butler thing, the stuff they aired tonight, was hilarious.
Yeah, it was perfect. No, it's exactly what I expected as soon as I heard that they were going to make Cameron Grimes Virgil. Like, come on, that's just a great idea, isn't it? I mean, I can't see anything wrong with any of that idea. Candice and Indy lose the belts to Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. I did not see that coming. The return of Tegan Knox in the middle caused a kerfluffle, and then the belt changes hands. I think it's a good call, however. I like that they put another strap on Io so quickly after the last one just to kind of keep her elevated, because otherwise I think Io was going to be really wasted.
Yeah.
And if they want to promote, Starks, then great. This is the way to do it. I mean, she's really new there, but they are poaching the hell out of NXT again right now. So they need it. They need somebody in there. Somebody's got to do it. So and she looks like she's got the heart, and she's putting in the time.
Let me ask you.
I still don't like her gimmick, but go ahead. What's the question?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but maybe that's why she's in a tag team. Just still.
I can, but like if she's in a tag team, I hope they do exactly what you saw from Katie Canzero and Casey tonight, that they put them in matching uniforms, make them look like a tag team, like get something out of them, make her and Io a tag team. Let's please give this Starks girl, Zoe Starks, a freaking look. Let's, like, you have a whole wardrobe and makeup department back there. Please use it on her. Please make her look like a star. Pretty please.
Yes. What do you think about the promotions of Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox? Now them as a tag team. Also, their names, I believe, are shortened, or they were shortened last week. Who knows? Week to week to Knox and Shotzi.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and this was the one thing I did not talk about with SmackDown before, because this is exactly where I wanted to talk about it. And Casey interrupted us.
That son of a bitch.
It's awesome, and here's why they deserve it. Did you watch the match on SmackDown? Natalya called the whole thing. It's why Tamina had to stay outside the whole time. Those girls looked like they had never worked Natalya or Tamina before, though I'm sure they've probably tussled with Natalya in the back or whatever on the practice mats. But Natalya called the whole match, and they went with it. They followed her lead the whole time. She let them get tons of fucking heat in. They were so over. It's probably my favorite thing that I've seen Natalya do in a long time. She really did those girls a favor. Yeah. And they listened. This is why Natalya is still there. Even though she bores me to tears as a character, she is a real ring veteran. She's been in that Heart Dungeon. She knows the actual training regimen. She knows how to call a good match. She just doesn't know how to be exciting herself sometimes. But what she did with those two girls, yeah, I mean, and the fact that they went over on the champs on their debut. Now, I hate that, and I love it. I love that it was Natalya and Tamina. I think that was the right group for them to come in and debut against, instead of some of these other women who are also green. But I hate when there is a random match against champions and they lose and it's a non-title match. And even Beth Phoenix said it on NXT tonight. She called them the tag champions. They're not, Beth. They're not champs. That was a non-title match. So, Goatse wants to know what happened with the road trip. Well, brother, go back and listen to the beginning of the show after it goes up, because I talked about it a little bit, and Byron's a dick. It's all Byron's fault. That's all you need to really know.
No, that's debate. That's not set in stone. We don't know that for sure.
That's concrete fact. That is for sure fact. Byron slashed my tires, tried to keep me early. He tried to do all sorts of weird stuff to me in the hotel room with the spider and the cobwebs.
Why did you drive over a giant screw with your car?
Because you put it under my tire where my tire was going to drive.
I don't even know how to do that.
I think you do. Anyway, that was a great moment on SmackDown, and they've been called up officially now, I guess. Tegan's staying up there too, right? It's weird that they had her do the interruption on NXT last week, and then they called her up. It feels like it was very impromptu.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's just two different creative plans going on.
Well, But Bailey went out also. So that might have been the signal of like them looking around of like, oh, what can we do? Oh, you know, the shiniest wizard girl's back, and that Shotzi girl was really over and selling piles of merchandise. Let's bring her up here.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
The thing. Here's what happened.
What's your idea, Byron?
My idea. Is it better when I put the mic in my mouth?
No, when you do it, it doesn't sound good at all. You don't know how to do it right. You weren't ever in radio.
I could do. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it like
No,
you know, right?
yeah,
I sound just like you.
No, you sound terrible.
We sound the same.
It's not very good.
This is the problem because now the audio listeners won't be able to tell us.
No, it's like popping and bumping. You're not doing it right. Just talk normal. What is the thing that you were gonna say about the thing?
Here's the thing. So they want the NXT tag team. They're like, let's bring up Shotzi. Let's bring up Shotzi's tag team partner because they were just champs. Ember Moon probably was like, nope, not going back up. And they brought in Tegan Knox instead.
I don't think they were going to bring Ember up.
Why would Ember want to go up?
Why would they want to bring Ember up?
Because they want a tag team, and that was a tag team.
I don't think they want a tag team. That's your mistake right there. I don't think they want a tag team. I think they wanted more women up at SmackDown because they lost Bailey, and it takes two girls to replace a Bailey.
That's
and
true. You don't
they just brought them up, and they made them a tag team because right now Natalya, who is the only one who's going to get the right match out of those girls, is in a tag team. That's the only reason they came up as a team, in my opinion.
You think they're sort of doing like a Black Ricochet thing?
Black Ricochet thing. Is that racist, Byron? Oh, you meant Aleister Black.
Aleister Black.
You said Black Ricochet. What was I supposed to think?
Just
because he's from Paducah doesn't mean he's not black. He's a brother, Byron. He's a brother.
Heights. No. Aleister Black. Even his new name is Black.
Oh, we'll get to that. I'm not pleased with the nameage there. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about from NXT that I thought was a very, very big deal from last week was my man, Shane Strickland, Swerve, Killshot, North American champion, and got the flow to prove it. How dope is that?
That was really dope.
I love that they put a strap on him. I love the whole crew. B-Fab is dope, by the way. The big guy, what's his name? I don't even remember.
I don't know.
Whatever. But the girl in the group, B-Fab, she can wrestle. She also can actually rap and sing for real. I love the combination of the whole gimmick thing. I did think that Swerve's rapping was the worst, but I also think it was because he wasn't hearing the track very good, and the track that they gave him to rap on was not the right track. I'm sure the stuff that they have in their own studio is probably better, and they probably should have used some of that stuff. But WWE has people that they pay for those things. So it was a really interesting segment, and the crowd seemed to react too. I think this is one of the benefits of having some more bodies in that CWC there, because I don't know how that would have gone over in the empty arena. I think everybody in back would have been like, "Did that work? Did it not work?" They wouldn't have known.
Swerve is totally a performer made for the audience. I've seen him in New York. We've seen him at Lucha Underground under a different gimmick, and everywhere he goes, he's better with the energy of the crowd, and the crowd definitely has energy when he's performing. I will say this. I think it's really refreshing that they're doing something so different than everything else. It feels unconventional. Even the camera angles they're using, everything is new, fresh, unique.
But it also feels good because it feels, this is the same thing with the Hurt Business. This feels like a very black angle, but it does not feel like a very black angle that is Vince's idea of what black is, which was some of my problem with Street Profits and even with New Day. And it's like, it doesn't feel like there's any level of shucking and jiving to it. It just feels like a normal, natural thing. It works for his crew. and it feels very hood without being like ghetto or racist or a statement on being black even at all. It just feels very natural to the customs and cultures of the community, period.
I think it comes across too. I mean, authenticity with your character in wrestling trumps all, not to use the word. But I read a little bit like on Reddit and but discussions of the character, and you see a little bit of like the rap is crap crowd. Some of them will comment, yeah, I couldn't understand the words they said. I don't really like this sort of thing. However, seeing it a couple times, like, oh, like this is legit. Like they bite, like it's something I don't quite understand, but I don't know why or how, but it's entertaining. And they get one over.
And they haven't tried something like this for real since R-Truth back in the day, which was also pretty authentic, but he's an older guy. So he's got like that late 90s kind of MC Hammer-ish mentality about rap, like Cross with 2 Live Crew, which isn't exactly fresh.
No,
it wasn't even fresh when he actually did it. I mean, he was older then. He was already in his mid to late 30s then when he first started doing the rap thing. So it was like dated. He was doing Master P kind of shit 4 or 5 years after Master P was no longer cool.
I mean, he has the one hit song, What's Up? And he's tried to do other songs, have them go over. They don't.
But they're still good. They're still good for what they are, but they are like, early 2000s Master P level stuff, and that's not that's not hip,
right?
So anyway, I dig the angle. Congratulations to Swerve. Shane, you did it, brother. That's awesome. You took a chance on yourself a long time ago, and big kudos also should go out to him for the way that he left Lucha Underground, by the way. And a lot of people don't know this, but Shane Strickland is the one guy, probably the only person that actually left Lucha Underground and did it the right way. Wanted to leave, told the office he wanted to leave, and they told him very politely what they would like for him to do to be able to leave and to go out in a good position. And that did involve staying for season 4. So he didn't get out of season 4. But at the end of season 4, when everybody else was still in contract limbo and whatnot, he was out. He was free and clear. He was able to go to WWE right then and there. He was able to go back to the other indies and other things that he wanted to and start looking at opportunities when other people weren't.
Yeah.
Because he had asked to be released. He did it the right way. He lost his hood in Lucha Underground. They gave him a great storyline to go out with. They gave him some good matches. He went and did his best. He didn't sandbag any of it. Like
put over Fox, which was amazing.
That guy, that's being a stand-up guy. If you want to talk about stand-up guys in the business, that's being a stand-up guy. He did it the right way. And kudos to him now, because he was languishing. He was wallowing a little bit there in WWE. Like NXT wasn't quite figuring it out with him. And I like that they gave him this crew. I like the Hit Row thing. I like that he's the champion right now. And I hope he makes the best of it. I don't know if I see him going up to the main roster or anything, but I would love to see him get a really solid, half a year run out of this thing in NXT.
I have breaking news. Sonny Kiss liked our photo of the two of us in the car.
That's because one of us is really handsome, and it's not the ginger.
But you know when you say that. We're both wearing hats, first of all, but that is not specific enough to determine which one. You're half ginger too.
Yeah, but it doesn't show
because you're wearing a hat.
But you're on camera right now with a bright red beard.
No,
you're like the Irish beard. Santa Claus.
This is red.
Right. Okay. All right, ginger. Anyway, so that was Great American Bash last week. Let me talk a little bit about
Adam Cole beat O'Reilly.
Oh no, we don't talk about them.
I
refuse to talk about anybody in the the UE, the AE, the
Undisputed Era. So that was
whatever.
Cool. It was a good match, but obviously at this point they're going for the third match. Blah blah blah. And Bobby O'Reilly is doing. I don't know.
It was not a good match, Byron. What makes you think that it was a good match?
Because I watched it. They're good.
Cole and O'Reilly
then
fight
Roddy.
forever.
But here's the thing.
Fight forever.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I like they're going for a third match.
Forever.
I like the first one. I didn't really pay attention to this.
It's already a 20-minute match. Why did it need a 6-minute overrun? Oh my God, Cole, just pin him and be done. I was so done with that
Anyways,
match.
Roddy Strong is in the Diamond Mine or something with that's a cool little stable with Malcolm Bevelli. Listen, he's dope. I'm fucking up his name. So, send a DM to whatever, but
Bobby Fish was
who cares about Bobby Fish? The Diamond
I don't care about any of them.
Something.
I'm over it. I like that they're re-gimmicking them, but putting them all in each other's sphere still bad.
No. Roddy Strong is doing his own thing with a new group.
Well, I get it, but still they had the face-off scene with Bobby Fish and that new group on NXT tonight.
Oh yeah,
they're still in the same sphere with each other. They're all in the same fucking sphere. I'm so over it. I don't care about the UE anymore. Like they really need to figure out how to get those guys some new identities. Dakota Kai got a big win over Ember now that Shotzi's been called up. I kind of love that. First of all, because I love Dakota Kai. I just think she's great. She's so gangly and weird looking. It doesn't look anything like a wrestler. And then she's the one that's doing these weird power lifts and stuff. And you're just like, what the hell are you doing, Dakota? I don't know. I something about her. I just think she has so much heart. I think that kid just goes out there and gives it everything every single time, and you just don't see that from a lot of performers. So I got love for Dakota Kai.
She's a 20-year veteran. She's like 19, so
I know
the business is in her blood,
and that's about it. Because she's really skinny and gangly. She doesn't have the best look. She's not the fastest in the ring. She's not the strongest, and yet I love her matches. I would watch any one of her matches any day. Oh God, Saray murdering Gigi Dolan tonight. Good Christ, what that drop kick in the ropes are like, oh my God, that was brutal. And then the Saito slam thing on her neck. And look, I've seen Gigi a ton of times. I've seen her in her other gimmick. Like that girl can bump. That girl is strong. Like she can go. Like she can especially take a shot. And boy, was she the right person to put in there, because she took all the Japanese shots tonight. Like for real.
I mean, I'm sure that was part of the thing. Yeah,
that's why. I mean, there's a reason why she was picked for that match. But every other girl in the back's got to be like, Gigi's gonna stay in the program with her, right? Because I don't want any of that. There's nobody in the back that wants any of Saray.
No.
That little girl is vicious. I mean, it was like watching Muda in his heyday. It was mean. It was just all mean.
She's so nice.
What was the other? Santos beats Dexter with a little help from Raul, and Joaquin gets a little face off with Swerve in the Hit Squad. So that'll be an interesting.
Here's the thing, he mentions how Bronson got off easy. He didn't get to face Santos Escobar, for a rematch, and it feels like Bronson was getting promoted. So this was kind of referencing how a program got taken away from Escobar. They did a great job of just kind of like just switching it over.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, it feels fun, and I like this whole sphere of Escobar and Loomis and Hit Squad. Like it feels like there's some fun stuff they can do, and I like that they're continuing the Loomis and Indie thing, the Indie Dex or Index or whatever they're calling it. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's stupid, but it's fun. Jiro Kuroshio are now known as what is he now known as? I have it written down somewhere. Jiro. Oh, Ikimen Jiro. Which is like
the breakout tournament.
Like his new name is basically Rico Suave. He's badass, by the way. He's like one of Tajiri's top kids. He was in Wrestle One for a while. I've seen some of his Japanese stuff. Like that kid's good, but he got squashed, of course, because this other guy, what's his name? Duke. I got it written down here somewhere. Duke Hudson. Never seen him before. but he is great. I like the big, dumb, shit-eating smile. His head that looks, like his head that looks like it's pasted out of a Vogue magazine onto the wrong body. I get it. I see why they want to give him a little push and see what he's made of. Jiro doesn't need it. Jiro's going to be fine. He's going to be around. You'll see him. He'll have great matches. He'll never speak great English. It'll be what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he got kind of more over in the match. He still got his shit in, and he wore his jacket the whole time.
Well, because he's great. Because he knows what he's doing, and he's been doing it for a long time. And I mean, he's not a new up-and-comer. He's an established star from Japan. He's not the hugest star from New Japan or All Japan or something, but he was in Wrestle One. Like he got over there. He knows what the hell he's doing. But this Duke Hudson guy, you can see it. Like it's another Vince thing. Like you can see everything that Vince or Triple H would love about that guy. It was an interesting match. And of course, Cross choking out Joe and Gargano in the world. I'm half surprised he didn't just choke out Scarlett right there in the ring, because I'm sure they get down like that.
Easy.
Oh,
This is a kid show.
Like he doesn't. Come on, you saw what she was wearing tonight.
Justin,
look,
you're gonna get us kicked off Facebook. We just got here.
Carrion's a friend. It's fine.
No, he just knows where to find you.
I know he knows where to find me. That's why I know I'm not in trouble, because you know him and his girl get down crazy style. Come on, come on.
I refuse to speak.
They're like throwing tarot cards at each other like they're throwing stars. You know they're crazy.
I refuse
they're crazy
to speak
people
on any of that.
Crazy people. Anyway, NXT, that's a thing. It's a thing. Byron, run a commercial. You got a commercial? No?
Hey everyone, it's Denise Salcedo here in Lucha Central with a reminder of where and when to catch all of the great network content this week. Get the full lineup and listen to all of our shows in the podcast network section of luchacentral.com. Sundays on the Lucha Central Facebook page, world-traveled shooter of the camera kind, Jerry Villagrana goes mano a mano with a fellow photographer to throw down about some of their favorite photos they have taken at Lucha Libre events. Monday, Business of the Business returns as Mass Republic President Kevin Kleinrock takes you inside how your favorite Lucha Libre merchandise gets made. On Tuesdays, Mass Mats and Mayhem takes you inside the world of Lucha Underground as they take you weekly through the series with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of special guests from the groundbreaking series. Check out the premiere video stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Lucha Central YouTube channel and at luchacentral.com. Then listen to it on your favorite podcast platform every Wednesday. Tuesday nights live, it's WrestleBoss, where Favi Chulo talks MMA and pro wrestling with special guests and listener call-ins. Visit WrestleBossLive.com Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific to listen live or call in with questions, or download the show on podcast platforms on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights live on Facebook, it's Spanish show La Mesa de los Márgaros, giving you both the news and the chisme from around the lucha world. Special guests and a whole lot of fun make it one of the most talked about shows in Mexico. Thursdays, it's Straight Out of the Bodega with Papo Esco and PWR promoter Gabriel Ramirez, as they have guests from throughout the wrestling world pull up to give an inside look into their careers. From indie standouts to television superstars, each week brings a new name and perspective. On Friday, it's your double dose of Lucha Central Weekly podcast, one in English y el otro en español. Lucha Central Weekly is where you'll find all the top stories of the week, both inside and out of the ring from Mexico and anywhere luchadores are in action across the globe. Be sure to subscribe and follow all your favorite Lucha Central Network series on your favorite podcast platforms, either by their own series name or subscribe to the Lucha Central Podcast Network show pages to get all of the shows in one easy feed. And please consider giving a rating to help more fans find the shows that you love. For now, this is Denise Salcedo signing off from Lucha Central. Have a great week.
Byron, did you hear Tejano left AAA?
I heard Tejano left AAA.
Where'd he go?
He went to, this is hard to keep track of, but okay. I believe El Patron Alberto Del Rio, the Pride of Mexico, charges pending, started another
I was going to say, does Mexico know that he's the Pride of Mexico?
He started a Lucha Libre promotion, I think, and Tejano left AAA to work for them. Although following the Rob Viper Lucha blog tweets of the day, there were supposed to be shows they announced, and then they're supposed to air on a channel on TV, and then they're already being canceled.
Solid.
But that might be Lucha Libre tradition as well. Like Rush has a promotion. I don't know. There was something. Maybe it was his Federacion or something that was doing shows. But then like you had to like PayPal. I like big butts at hotmail.limewire.com or something, and no one could get refunds because it didn't happen. Anyway, it's a mess.
There's a lot of promotions out there these days. And here's the thing. I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, there's too much wrestling. But there isn't. The thing is, unlike the old days when every territory, would have big promotions and they would do arenas and shit. But everyone wasn't so easy to see. It wasn't so easy to know about every promotion. I mean, a lot of times I even forget about NWA and Ring of Honor. Those are both great, credible promotions too. I mean, I don't watch Ring of Honor because it's not my style of thing. I'm just not that into it, but I like a lot of the performers there. But I was like shocked when I saw that Chelsea Green was going there. I was like, really? Like you're not going to be on major TV, but they have TV. I mean, Ring of Honor is on TV. She's going to get time. I just don't watch it because I'm watching Impact or I'm watching NXT or I'm watching MLW. Like, I have my promotions that I like, and I can't watch 37 hours of wrestling every week. So I'm never going to get to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, here's what I think about that. By the way, we've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to share this to the MMMshow Facebook page.
Wow. Now? Okay, great. So,
but here's the thing with Chelsea Green and Ring of Honor. I think she is literally trying to go Cody Rhodes step by step.
She wants to build it up now.
So,
I mean, it's one of the reasons Cross did not want to go to WWE when he had the first chance, and he did go and build it up a little while, and he built it up at Impact. But if you look back at Chelsea and you look back at the Hot Mess era, she built herself up, man. She put in her time. She took bumps from Pentagon and fucking Lucha Underground. She did the Hot Mess thing all over the place and Wrestle Circus and then Impact and like all these places and just did a bang up job with it. Got to NXT, did some good stuff there, and then got on the main card and then nothing.
So I have to say this. First, we have a question, but also go back and watch or listen to our interview with Marty Casaus, Marty the Moth Martinez. Great interview. It was on a week or two ago. But he mentioned something. If you know Chelsea Green, tell her to watch it and then also get a hold of Marty because there was a Lucha Underground dark match that she wanted to see.
I already told her.
He has some bootleg.
She said she was going to hit him up. Sorry.
Rad. Okay, so here's the next question.
What's the question?
Coach, wants to know if we're doing live shows again or only for special event.
I mean, tonight was just different because we couldn't record over the weekend because we were at the wrestling show. And then I was driving all day Sunday. And then I had the flat tire and like all this stuff. So we just couldn't record. So then we were like, well, we're going to record tonight and then we'll run it Wednesday. And I was like, well, why don't we just do it live? We used to do the show live all the time. I didn't know if Byron had the technical abilities. So kudos to Byron and Kevin Kleinrock.
Yes.
Does this mean he's off the wall of shame for hooking this up and making this happen live tonight?
He is for me. He's my friend. But, I mean, talk to Casey, MMMshow co-host.
He didn't call you Bayron in a book, though, in an actual publication. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff to get through, so I want to talk about AEW real quick. Crowd goes to sleep during Cody versus QT South Beach strap match. Maybe having an audience will tell you what to do with that rivalry. And by the way they ended the show, I think they figured it out very quickly, and thank God they had some place for Cody to go. But Jim Ross faux pas number one of the night, calling Excalibur Mark, was not Mark as in like a wrestling mark either. That's the guy's actual shoot name. But Jim, like on commentary, you can't even keep the guy's gimmick straight. You've been doing this for 2 years with him now. Jesus Christ.
Did you hear his response?
What's his response? What was his response? I was too busy being flabbergasted.
same with Excalibur. He was like, what? Like he didn't say it, but you could just feel that. Why'd you just call me that?
Like, no, like backstage, nobody barely ever calls the guy Mark. Like his best friends call him Excalibur. Like, and he walks around with the mask on like all the freaking time, even backstage. Like, how, JR, what are you doing, bro? I hope he opens up a bottle of your barbecue sauce and shits in it. Okay. Anyway. Kenny Omega works the crowd. It has this little face off with Hangman, a bunch of cowboy shit. Cool segment.
What about Uno? No. With Uno. Hey, hey, Justin, what's the capital of Thailand?
Bangkok.
That was dope. That was funny.
Fun stuff. That was fun stuff. That was a good segment. That was interesting. Pinnacle versus Inner Circle, or
no. We got to talk about Hangman real quick.
What do we got to talk about Hangman for? He's over. He's going up the ladder. It's great.
Much sooner than I thought.
But he went down. He put in his time. It's working. You saw the crowd reaction. It's time. They needed the crowd back, and it's perfect timing. Just let it happen. It's fine. I have no problem with it. I thought this would be too soon, but it's not. And I don't know that the Kenny thing is working out as good as I thought it would. So I think it's time. I don't know if they're going to take the belt off him, but putting him into that sphere is correct. So what? Pinnacle versus Inner Circle. Jake Hagar gets caught by the big rig and gets pinned for the win. Conan gets the chop block trying to help at the end, which is great to see Conan doing a little bit of work in the ring. It was kind of fun to see him come in.
He took a power driver the week before.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is like, he's out there working and he's running around at MLW. And like, this is a guy that almost died from COVID, by the way. I don't know if people remember that, like
a
5 months ago, when Conan was on his deathbed. And I think it's kind of made him say, like, look, I'm going for it, man. I like doing this stuff. I'm going to get back out there. I'm going to start doing the thing. And now that weed's pretty much legal everywhere, I can self-medicate and not feel too terrible after I go to the ring and do something. Byron, what is wrong? What is bothering you? You know, we got like 10 minutes left for the show.
But I thought I heard a noise and there isn't anyone else in this place.
Well, if you get hacked up, at least it'll be live on Facebook.
I thought I heard a voice.
Will know. Well, that's because you're losing your mind.
It's great to see Conan with his LAX boys. It's something we've been wanting ever since they signed.
You mean Proud and Powerful? You can't call them LAX anymore. They don't own that gimmick at AEW.
It's a legacy.
But they weren't even the original LAX.
No, but it's just once you're in, you know. So like they were the new.
They are the Proud and Powerful branch of LAX.
So it's super dope. I also think Hagar is. I think he's like clicking, like he's in the ring. He's not like a big goof. He's not like a whatever. I mean,
he wants it.
He's doing great. I'm stoked.
He wants to win MMA fights. He wants to be a great wrestler. Like he wants it way more now than when he was in WWE. He was just cashing a check back then. You know, even to a certain extent at Lucha Underground, like he was a little excited at Lucha Underground, but he was a little out of his element. He didn't quite get it. He also didn't have a whole lot of time to. It was literally he was at 3 tapings and that's it. Yeah. So anyway, MJF and Y2J talk a lot, but it was a good segment. Y2J has to face 4 people now in stip matches to get to MJF. But more interesting than that was what happened at the beginning of that little segment. What went down, Byron?
There was some dumb. We don't need to give him any more attention, but there was a fan that ran to the ring to try and make himself look cool and blah, blah, blah. And they didn't let him in and dragged him out.
Was that one of Cornette's bitches? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was someone who said he was a big Cornette fan and like you can't have AEW ruining a good name of wrestling anymore, blah, blah, blah. And Cornette ripped him a new one and he went on Twitter and blah, blah, blah. You don't need to know who the guy is. It doesn't really matter. It's just someone bum rushed and took some time away from Jericho and MJF for their very important segment. And they worked really well with each other and with someone ringside to keep track of time and to stay on point. A cool thing, if you noticed, they were doing hand signals. So they, 3, 2, 1 for like minutes left, stuff like that, like subtly to help each other. Like get through, like imagine, like
it's because Jericho's the lead writer on the show.
Yeah,
of course he's in there giving hand signals and making sure they don't break TV. He's the only responsible individual backstage at AEW.
Yeah, so you have someone keeping time ringside or getting direction. But I mean, you hear all the time about wrestlers. They're about to go to the ring and their 12-minute match is now 4. But this was promo with words. So it's not like you could just talk and then just do the last sentence and it's over. They had to hit a lot of points and they had to do it in a entertaining, better than anyone else on the show. They have their pride sort of way. And I thought they did a good job. And I
said it was a good segment. They just talked a lot, but it was great talking. They know how to talk. Those are the 2 best talkers probably in the promotion. So let them talk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all entertainment. That's all actors do when they get in movies is talk. They get paid to talk.
Well, some of them do other stuff.
Andrade El Idolo versus Matt Sydal. Meh.
Matt Sydal is a really good wrestler.
Yeah, there was a really good wrestler in this match. It was Matt Sydal.
Andrade, I've seen him do really good matches.
This wasn't it. No, it was very meh. I didn't get it. He's a heel because AEW doesn't have enough of those. I don't know. Like I was excited about the debut, and already here we are, like a couple weeks later, and it's just like meh.
But the good thing with AEW that they seem to show is they'll make a change or they'll nix something if it's not working. So
well, Andrade is a lot more exciting on Twitter when he's throwing heat at people, throwing shade on Twitter. So
yeah,
if you want to be entertained by Andrade El Idolo, go look at his Twitter right now and with the 3 or 4 different beefs that he's got going on and the ridiculous things that he said this past week, because that's probably more entertaining. But you want to talk about good debuts? Tommy End debuts as Malachi Black / Tommy End, because they called him Tommy End more times than they called him Malachi Black.
Yeah.
With roundhouse kicks for Arn Anderson and the homeboy Cody Rhodes. Clearly a much better feud than QT Marshall. I'm actually looking forward to this. I think that they're actually a good style matchup. I think Cody will also put Tommy over. He's going to take his kicks and hits, make it look good. And it gives him, a stable to feud with. So Aleister Black will have a bunch of other guys to go through, including Brother Dustin at some point, I'm sure. And, probably the Gun family.
The Gun Club?
All of them. I mean, they got to have somebody for him to run through. I am not a fan of – I know that Tommy and or whatever we're calling him now, Malachi, wants to come in and do a bunch of the stuff that WWE didn't let him do. I get that's why he's going with the Malachi Black name. I don't personally like it. I think it's damaged goods. It's not like he's coming in off of something hot from WWE like a lot of other guys. And even ones that have, like, Miro, he just changed up the whole gimmick when he first came in. I just don't. I get what he's doing. I'm not mad at that part of it. I think he should have gone back to the Tommy End name, just kept that. I don't like using the Malachi Black name. I think it's too much saying that you needed WWE or that WWE has more over you than they should. I think that's a mistake.
I'm giving it a chance. I kind of like this thing. I mean, I kind of associate him with this sort of dark character more than Tommy N, to be honest, at this point. But it makes me think about this is a direct correlation to Matt Hardy coming in and wanting to do his sort of mystical gimmick on his terms. And in AEW, I mean, to be honest, like, I like the Malachi Black thing. I'm digging it a little bit. It's a little full of itself, but, wrestling kind of is,
I just don't know. It's just like, I feel like, AEW is still the super indie that everyone always wanted. So why wouldn't you go back to the indie gimmick?
Yeah.
I just don't see a dark supernatural gimmick working there. I just don't.
And that's where you saw Matt Hardy did the broken thing, and it never quite clicked as much. Everyone wanted to see broken Matt Hardy doing his thing again at the time. It wasn't even old, and everyone really wanted to, but it just didn't click in the presentation at EW. And he's doing his Ring of Honor.
Well, and then also they lost crowds right at the end of that gimmick too, so it just didn't make sense. It wasn't going to work.
You might see the same thing here. If he goes back to being a Dutch kickboxer named Tommy and hurting people, that wouldn't be that bad.
All right, so let me get through a couple more things because we're running out of time here. Ricky Stark says FTW stands for fuck the wife, and that means Melissa Santos, guys. That's who he's talking about. Wow. Melissa's yoked, dude. Be careful. She might smack you down harder than Cage.
She might kick his ass.
Yeah, and she got kids, man. I'm talking about nobody wife like that. I mean, not that Cage wouldn't talk about somebody else's girl like that, but that's a whole different story. Anyway,
what about being on social media during early Lucha Underground?
Let's just see where this feud goes and who walks away with the FTW belt. They're feuding within themselves, and I kind of like that they're keeping it in there and they're doing the Jericho thing. I think Taz is just booking his own crew. Bunny and Blade versus Chris Statlander and Orange Cassidy. Our girl Bunny up there, Allie. Yay, Allie.
She's doing great. Blade's awesome.
Yeah, first of all, they're actually really good. Like, I'm not going to blow any smoke here and say that their characters are great. I don't think that their characters are super great yet. I don't think that AEW does enough with them. I don't think it's their fault at all because when they go to the ring, they're doing more than what they're supposed to do. Chris Statlander and Allie match up perfectly. Chris Statlander's freaking beast mode. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Orange Cassidy might have actually been the worst thing in this match. He's totally over, and I totally love him. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But literally, he didn't actually have a lot of spots, and, his spots were kind of fun and funny, but Allie did the most work in the whole match.
I think, if you're looking at who needs the TV time, I don't know if it was on purpose, but it might have been a generous thing of him to let the other three shine more.
Look,
he didn't need to do.
Statlander and Allie are underrated. First of all, that running forearm to the corner was ridiculous. Those girls can freaking work. They absolutely can work. The brass knucks, the whole finish, whatever. I like the area 451 finish on Butcher with pile driver. It was all good.
Yeah,
everything was fun match. The mixed tag rules are bullshit, but it worked with the storyline. I love that JR doesn't know what the rules of the match are. Faux pas number 72. Why are you the lead announcer when you can't even inform us as the audience what the actual rules of the match are? You guys don't have the graphics department or budget to put everything on the screen like WWE does, nor do I want you to. I just simply want Excalibur to tell me what the rules of the match are because I'm tired of JR now. I was the first person saying how great he was when they started doing it. Whatever. The Dan Lambert segment, amazing. Love Dan Lambert. So for people who don't know, Dan Lambert's a huge wrestling fan. He's the guy who got King Mo the Wall into wrestling, who was also terrible at MLW, by the way.
He's so bad now.
He gets a lot of his guys into wrestling. It's why you saw Amanda Nunes, Jorge Masvidal there. Dan Lambert runs one of the biggest MMA gyms in the world down in Florida, American Top Team. But he's always been a huge wrestling fan, huge wrestling mark. He did that almost as a favor for Tony. I love just the straight old school putting everyone over by trying to give it heat, but actually everything he said was a giant compliment. But it was so well done. Kudos to Dan for being a true wrestling fan and taking real bumps. That was your reward. That's how much of a wrestling fan Dan Lambert is that he wanted to cut a promo, bring some famous people out to the show to have fun, and he wanted to take real bumps. And
he could have taken anything. He could have taken a boot from Archer. He took a slam from 7.5 feet up in the air.
Yeah, he took a couple of those spots and he took them good and he took them real. So kudos to Dan Lambert. Just get Mo Lawal to never grace another ring again. Okay. Tag title street fight, Young Bucks, Penta, Eddie Kingston. Great match. Exactly the ending you thought. Destroyer through a table. Of course, Eddie Kingston worked through the entire commercial break. So if you're looking to see Eddie Kingston get over at any point in time, make sure you get out your glasses or your magnifying glass because it's going to be in the picture-in-picture box. Nick Jackson with the 450 splash on the ref as he was tapping all the ref pullouts, all that stuff. Well done. Super kick party to a mouthful of tacks. Amazing. Love that finish. I co-sign that finish all day long. As much as I wanted Penta and Eddie to win, we of course know that they never will. But if you're going to put on a headlining match, those were the 4 people to put in it. All right, Byron, we got to talk about Lucha Underground.
I do want to say Johnny Mundo has his ref that always bumps for him, and Rick Knox will forever be bumping for the Bucks.
Do you have another commercial you have to run?
I could, or we could just...
No, I just want to talk about Lucha Underground and go home. All right. Lucha Underground, Season 2, Episode 17, Crime and Punishment. First vignette, cut the crap, Cueto. Chavo stole my medallion. Wah, wah, wah. Brian Cage is upset, guys.
I love this. Dario's just like...
And Dario's like,
man.
It's not my problem. Whoever puts it in the belt, they get the match.
Yeah.
So you think, of course, that Cage will thwart this thing. So with the Gatga match tonight, all the luchadors who have medallions are welcomed to place them at ringside. Oh, I also love the transition here where they actually went from a vignette in the office right to the ring. You don't see that very often. This maybe done 3 or 4 times total in the entire history. Later, Goetze. So I kind of like that moment. But you got Tejano, you got Penis Guy, you got Sinestro de la Muerte.
Who's looking boss as fuck.
Which guy is that under the hood? That's
it's Loco.
Loco? That's the waiter from down the street?
Yeah.
Or was he a busboy?
He's neither. He won a battle royal, so he quit his job.
Oh, gotcha. Moving up in the world. Aerostar, welcome to Earth. I love Dario's introductions. This is the first time you get to hear him introduce people. He's like, welcome to Earth, Aerostar.
Very spooky.
The Mac, sexy star, who is always sexy and always a star, according to Dario. And Chavo. Enter Cage, who's pissed about the whole thing. And what happens? Oh yeah, Chavo's got his medallion hidden in the chair. He tries to take Cage out. Cage thinks that he has the medallion. It actually turns out to be a giant cock washer. Oh. And then Chavo puts his medallion into the belt, and he actually gets the match.
It's a classic story of Cage being tougher than someone, but still getting outsmarted.
Cage is very bright, first of all. I think that he saw it coming. He just allowed it to happen.
I like Cage a lot.
All part of his plan.
He has a plan.
In his mind. After the fact.
He is a machine.
Because he's not that smart. Okay, so vignette number 2. Argenis versus Daga versus Cobra Moon versus Masquerita. First of all, Cobra Moon looking sexy as hell. Argenis also looking sexy as hell.
Not bad.
Daga, but stiff as hell.
He's looking stiff as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure Tessa knows exactly what you mean.
We don't need that.
Easy. Hey. Why'd you make me say that? I saw you text me that. And I just read it right off the screen.
It's the kids program.
I never read that stuff.
Let's keep it clean.
I mean, we're on Facebook tonight. We totally should. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so. Famous B introduces the 4th contestant. Famous B along with beautiful Brenda, the Miss Holly Meowie. Famous B introduces his client that he picked up through 423 Get Fame. That's 423 Get Fame. Crowd is starting to pick up on that one by this point in time, but Masquerita Sagrada is the client of Famous B, and Cobra Moon beats him up a lot, which is kind of fun. She gets to work Masquerita a whole bunch. I don't think that Thunder Rosa had ever worked a mini before this either. I think this was her very, very first time working a mini at all, so that was kind of fun to see. And she took it to him just like everybody else does. He must be in the back telling people, like, just beat me up. It's fine. Just beat me up. I know I'm little. Just beat me up.
All right, easy with the voice. That's not what little people sound like.
Whatever. That's what he sounds like. Daga pulling the double submission on Cobra Moon and Argenis was super dope.
Yeah.
Cobra Moon delivers the Thunder Driver on Masquerita. Daga picks up the win because she likes him. Ooh.
She let him have it.
She did let him have it. Way to go. There was something there.
Doing the voice again?
There was something there.
We're doing the voice again.
There was something there between them. There was definitely a little spark between them.
Sparky.
We'll see where that leads. Do you think that will lead anywhere, Byron? As if we haven't seen all these episodes 7 times.
We've seen it a decade ago.
See, that doesn't work when you do that. That doesn't work when you do that. It just breaks up. It just crackles. You're just messing up the diaphragm of your microphone by getting it all wet and soggy.
Do I have too much machismo flowing for this microphone? I need a different microphone.
You got to be more like Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction. All your LA privileges have been revoked.
Yeah, I'm doing that same voice.
I'm going to get a couple of brothers and go to work on the homes here with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch.
Yeah, I'm doing that voice. It doesn't sound like that?
No, it doesn't sound anything like that, Byron. Oh. You'll get it someday, kid. Keep working at it. Just listen to more Barry White records. You'll get there.
More?
All of them, like on repeat. Anyway, vignette number 2, Marty the Moth reporting for duty. Finger guns to kill shot and gets kung fu and finger gunned right back for his trouble. Good stuff. You sick fuck chance breakout. The second Marty hits the ring, of course, because now it's time for our inaugural edition of Shane Strickland versus Martin Casals, also known as Killshot versus Marty the Moth Martinez, which leads to one of the better overall all-time feuds in Lucha Underground. And this is your first taste of it. At the time, I don't think anybody was expecting much from this match, but they totally threw it down. They were stiff, they were fast, or crisp. Crisp? Is that the right word? No, this was fucking stiff. Let's not bullshit. These guys, straight, hard arms, no bending, no pulling punches. They really just laid it in. And Killshot looked the most comfortable he's looked to date to this point up in Lucha Underground. And there's a reason for that. I don't know if you know this or not, but this was the very first match that Shane got to lead in Lucha Underground. He did not get to call any of his other matches. He had to work Lucha Libre with Luchadors, which was not his chosen style of wrestling, and was basically just getting led all around the ring and flip bumping for guys that he didn't know and wasn't speaking their language with them. So a big surprise that all of a sudden Shane Strickland feels super duper comfortable in the ring with Martin Casals, and those guys go at it and they lay it in on each other because I think they both felt like this was an opportunity. And nobody was looking at them weird like, hey, this isn't Lucha Libre or whatever. They still did Lucha spots on purpose with each other, which was really cool. And their level of comfortability here really, I think, is what sold it, because this wasn't even supposed to turn into that big a thing. And later it did. And DJ kept giving them more. And Van Wagenen was signing off on it because these guys showed in this match how much chemistry they had.
And then you saw, then Marty mentioned in the interview in our last episode, which everyone should go watch, how he and Killshot Swerve petitioned to have that big blow-off match. Was it the Weapons of Mass Destruction match?
Yeah.
Even though they had the last match and it was supposed to be finished at the end of the prior season at Ultima Lucha.
It kept going into the next season. That's at the end of this season, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe so. So, like, beginning of 3, you'll see.
This is the start of that feud, and it culminates at the end of the season, and then it culminates again at the beginning of the next season because it was that damn good. And then that turns into the feud with AR Fox, so they keep it going. But anyway, it's super duper fun. There's a pile driver on the apron, or Death Valley driver on the apron. So now this package pile driver thing at the end looked kind of like a one-winged angel, just not quite the same setup.
No. It's a GML driver.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
So it's like you have them up in like a half Nelson. It's like a half and half.
Yeah.
You have them held up for a half and half. And then you bring them down for like a one-winged angel finish. But it's a JML driver. It's one of his finishes.
And this was before Swerve started doing his version of the coup de grace.
No, he was always doing that in Lucha.
He hasn't done it yet, though, has he? And
yeah, he has. He has.
He has done it one time.
Remember, because he put the boot print on Cross's face in a dark match.
But that was a dark match, but that wasn't in televised.
No, but that was early on.
But right after this, I think he starts using that as his permanent finisher.
So, like as you said, as he gets more comfortable and gets to call his own shots more, then he starts doing his own shit.
Yeah. So then there's a post-match beatdown. Marty takes the dog tags, which keeps the feud going. All right, Gift of the Gods. Tejano versus Penis Guy versus the Mac versus Sinestro versus Aerostar versus Sexy Star versus Chavito.
Chavito. Yes.
And no Brian Cage. Sexy and Matt clear out Chavo and Joey. Then their big spot together is, of all things, running the ropes. Who in the back exactly was laying out a match and said, yeah, let's do a section where Sexy Star runs the ropes with the Mac a bunch. Sexy Star's always off a step, like a half step in that ring. Something about that ring size or something for her. Like she works better. She runs good on the 6-sided ring in AAA. Mm-hmm. But for some reason at Lucha Underground, she would always be a half step off and running the ropes. This time she actually did decent, so I'll give her a little bit of credit. My biggest question about this match is when Tejano grabbed Sexy Star, what was the obscene thing that he said to her before he went in the ring? I could barely make it out. I didn't really rewind it, but even Matt Stryker was like, yeah, we're not going to repeat that or mention anything about what he just said. I think he said your mother fucks goat hoofs or something. Like, it was really foul.
It was, yeah. Tejano around this time was really feeling himself and was saying a lot of stuff about that, or like
it's like when the Americans go to New Japan and you see the promos and they're just cursing up a storm way more than they ever would in America. That's what Tejano does when he's in America. It's hilarious. Anyway, there's lots of dives except for Joey and Mac. Everybody gets their shit in on Chavo, which was hilarious to me. I well-written spot that Chavo actually wrote. Then Cage comes in, destroys everyone, and then Cage pulls Chavo's limp body onto Joey Ryan for the win, which was great. So Chavo now has gold in Lucha Underground for the first time, but maybe the last time, because now he's got to face Cage next week in a Gift of the Gods defense match. And then finally, my favorite part of this episode, and a great place to end our episode tonight, vignette number 3, the sex dungeon, the ultimate Pentagon and Vampiro sex dungeon segment. He's already covered in hot wax from last week, or from the last time we saw them in the dungeon together.
Do the voice I taught you.
Vampiro's looking longingly into Pentagon's eyes, trying to teach him a lesson. Only the weak are afraid. Don't be scared, Pentagon. Don't be scared. I'm simply going to strap you up by all fours, face down. In this,
all right, I think we need to cut it. I
didn't write the show. Chris Roach's perverted ass wrote this whole thing. Pentagon is literally in a sex harness, a 4-point sex harness with wrist straps and everything, up in the air, with Vampiro whipping him and beating him, and then sodomizing him with the full-on Negan barbed wire baseball bat at the end. This is the most not veiled attempt at sexual perversion and sadomasochism that has ever been put on television.
Not even a wink.
It's not even a wink. And anybody who thought that it wasn't, people were all like, no, man, it wasn't like that at all. Like, no, he's got him in a sex swing and he pulls out a baseball bat and looks at the camera like, hey, big boy, what's happening? It was gross. I mean, it was great, but it was gross. And there you have it from the minds of Krista Joseph and Christopher Roach, the Pentagon sex dungeon with Vampiro scene from Lucha Underground season 2, episode 17. So we always forgot what episode this was in, but now we have to remember that it's the second Gift of the Gods, whatever. All right. So anyway, that's all we got for this week. We went to MLW. We did a lot of cool stuff. We took a week off in there. We gave you guys Martin Casals. We gave you guys lots of fun stuff from our MLW trip. We gave you guys lots of thoughts on this week in wrestling. And next week, we will come back and do it all again right here on Mass Mats and Mayhem. So until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix. Now, how do you run the ending?
Penis.
Oh, God. You didn't say it in the Barry White voice. Jesus Christ.